More Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes grounded after D3adly Ethiopia crash. IOL News. A/A11 March 2019, 7:25 p.m. A/Abai Solon Koli with Chris Stein in Addis Ababa. Tulu Farah safety doubts over Boeing's best-selling 737 MAX 8 drove several carriers to ground the aircraft Monday after a new jet crashed in Ethiopia, killing all 157 people on board. Investigators recovered the black box flight recorders from the Nairobi-bound jet that crashed early Sunday near Addis Ababa, the carrier Ethiopia Airlines said. Flight ET302 went down into a field just 6 minutes after takeoff as the pilot alerted controllers of difficulties. Those on board included people from 35 countries, including some 24 UN staff. Ethiopia declared it was the same type of jet as the Indonesian Lion airplane that crashed in October, killing 189 passengers and crew. Airlines in Ethiopia, China, and Indonesia said Monday they were suspending operations by their 737 MAX 8 fleets. The move caused Boeing shares to tumble 11.7% to $373.23 at opening on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, sending the benchmark index into the red. Ethiopia Airlines said investigators had found the plane's flight data and cockpit voice recorders on Monday. It said it had grounded its fleet of 6 remaining Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes pending analysis of the black box data. In South Africa, Comair announced it would remove 737 MAX 8 from its flight schedule, despite neither regulatory authorities nor the manufacturer requiring it to do so. China also ordered domestic airlines to suspend commercial operation of the MAX 8. There were 8 Chinese nationals among the 149 passengers and 8 crew on the Ethiopia flight. Indonesia, which has 11 of the MAX 8 model planes, said it would carry out inspections and temporarily prohibit Boeing 737 MAX 8 from flying. South Korea ordered an inspection of 2 MAX 8 planes flown by low-cost EasyJet. Some other airlines said they were not canceling MAX 8 flights, including Oman Air, Flydubai, Turkish Airlines, and Russia's S7. Boeing has described the MAX series as its fastest-selling airplane ever, with more than 5,000 orders placed to date from about 100 customers. State-owned Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's largest carrier, had ordered 30 MAX 8 jets in total, and China has received 76 from an order of 180. The plane that crashed on Sunday was less than 4 months old. Ethiopian Air, the jet fell near the village of Tulu Farah, some 60 kilometers 40 miles east of Addis Ababa. The plane was already on fire when it crashed to the ground. The crash caused another, farmer Sise Jemiku, said the plane seemed to be aiming to land on an open field, but crashed before reaching it. Inhabitants of the remote area looked on from behind a security cordon as inspectors searched the crash site and excavated it with a mechanical digger. The single-aisle Boeing left a deep, black crater at the impact site. Ethiopian Airlines said the pilot was given clearance to turn around after indicating problems shortly before the plane disappeared from radar. The airline's chief executive Tewald Gebremariam said the plane had flown in from Johannesburg early Sunday, spent 3 hours in Addis, and was dispatched with no remark, meaning no problems were flagged, before leaving for Nairobi. A committee comprising Ethiopian Airlines, aviation, and transport authorities was set up to lead the crash investigation. U.S. experts and Boeing will also take part. Boeing canceled the scheduled presentation Tuesday of its new long-haul jet, the 777X. The crash cast a pall over a gathering of the UN Environment Programme, which opened in Nairobi on Monday. At least 22 staff from several union agencies were on the doomed flight. Delegates hugged and comforted one another as they arrived at the meeting with the UN flag flying at half-mast. Details of the passengers, including tourists, business travelers, and humanitarian workers, have started to emerge. Among them was Cedric Ajibugwe, a Kenyan third-year student at Georgetown University Law School in Washington. He was heading for a visit home ahead of his graduation in the spring, the university said. Kenya had the highest death toll among the nationalities on the flight with 32, according to Ethiopian Airlines. Canada was next with 18 victims. There were 9 Ethiopians and 8 each from Italy and the United States. The airline said Britain and France each had 7 people on board, Egypt 6, and Germany 5. France, however, put its death toll at 9. Italian archaeologist Sebastiano Tusa, 66, died in the crash. His wife Valeria Patricia Levini was quoted as saying by the Corriere della Sera newspaper. On Sunday, the friends I met at Mass said I shouldn't worry because bad news travels fast, she said. In the end it arrived anyway, and it destroyed my life. I felt the disaster. Thank for subscribing to IOL Daily Newsletter. Sign up to receive breaking news in your inbox, or to e-editions of our newspaper titles. Thank you for your submission.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.